Hey guys, so I want you to imagine a world where people are trying to survive and hold on due to the fact that climate change has hit an all time low due to the meat industry alone. This means higher forest fires, higher carbon emissions, little to no forests left, and more than half of wildlife extinct. This is only a few of the possibilities that can happen just from the meat industry alone and it increasing climate change. The meat industry is a booming industry that to this day continues to grow. By 2029, the meat industry is projected to grow 29% higher than when it was at its base period. Many people are unaware of the fact that the meat industry is hurting not only the environment but our bodies as well. And yes, although meat may be good to eat, there are negative long-term effects for both the environment and ourselves. So I've actually spoken to people who are vegetarians and vegans just to get an insight as to why they specifically eliminated meat and what they do in regards to getting protein, for example, because meat has such a good source of protein. And then from there, I did extensive research in regards to how meat affects the environment, especially just because I do feel like that's something a lot of people don't understand. So in regard to that, today I will persuade you on why the meat industry should be eliminated and why you should strive to eliminate meat from your diet and ways to do that too. So, did you know that agriculture as a whole contributes to 9% of US greenhouse gas emissions? However, within that 9%, 2/5 of that is due to the meat industry. It is due to burping cows and also decomposing animal manure alone. So, the meat industry not only contributes to greenhouse gas emissions, but also contributes to killing wildlife. According to the Greenpeace organization in the UK, thousands of forests are cleared using pesticides to grow animal food. This in turn is destroying the habitats of thousands of animals and is causing them to go extinct. Due to this, there is a rapid loss of biodiversity, all because of industrial farming. Not only that, but destroying forests and other wild areas for animal agriculture, it is also causing the spread of infectious diseases. According to the Greenpeace organization in the UK, 3/4 of new diseases are due to animals alone. By destroying animals' habitats, it is causing animals to resort into coming into people's homes and near people, and this in turn is causing us to contract crazy diseases that we've never seen before from animals. And so, that being said, being a vegetarian or a vegan can greatly eliminate diseases and the loss of biodiversity alone. And so, since I touched upon how meat is bad for the environment, I'm now going to touch upon how the meat industry is bad for our health. So, vegetarians, as of right now, only account for 3% of the world, which is crazy small, and it makes you wonder why people are so hesitant to eliminate meat from their diet. Does it have to do with people not knowing how bad meat is for not only ourselves but the environment, or if they're unaware of replacement foods for meat? So, according to the World Health Organization, processed meat is a carcinogen. Meat increases the risk of colon or rectum cancer by 18%. There were studies done in England and Germany that showed that vegetarians were 40% less likely to develop cancer compared to meat eaters. The most common forms of cancer from eating meat were breast, prostate, and colon cancers. There was then a study done in Harvard that founded that serving one serving of meat per day during adolescence was associated with a 22% higher risk of premenopausal breast cancer. Eating meat is also known to make it harder for people to maintain a healthy body weight. Meat eaters are 3 times more likely than vegetarians and 9 times more likely than vegans to be obese. On average, vegans are considered to be 10 to 20 pounds lighter than adult meat eaters. Not only that, but eating meat may make you resistant to antibiotics. This is because in factory farms, this is considered the breeding grounds for animals, because the breeding grounds for antibiotic resistant bacteria known as supergerms. The antibiotics used to treat humans are actually being given to animals in factory farms in order to keep them alive, because they are put in such awful conditions, they're more likely to die. So around 70% of antibiotics that are used in the United States are being given to animals in the form of foods. That being said, although the animal may be dead, we are actually consuming smaller amounts of these antibiotics into our body. But because we are eating so much meat, this may be causing us to develop a small resistance to antibiotics. And now, since I've discussed how eating meat is bad for not only the environment but our bodies, I'm now going to get into ways to eliminate meat and how to obtain protein through other sources of food. So, eliminating meat can be very rewarding, in which not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping the environment. Also, who doesn't want a healthy lifestyle where you can feel good about yourself? So according to Healthline.com, there are actually many ways to obtain protein for your body that aren't meat. You can eat tofu, legumes, lentils, wild rice, oatmeal, the yolk of an egg even has a lot of protein. Not only that, but as you eliminate meat from your diet, your body will start to feel a lot better. It won't feel as heavy after you eat, because sometimes eating a lot of meat can cause heaviness in your stomach, which isn't always good. And although it may be hard for your body to adjust, in the long run, it's very, very rewarding. And not only that, but majority of vegetarians, what they eat, it can be grown in your backyard. You can make your own garden, and a lot of it can be bought local, which is also a huge plus. So, all in all, I've gone through how the meat industry is bad for the environment, how it's bad for our health, and ways to eliminate meat and what you can eat instead. So, if there's anything I want you to remember, it's that we only live once, we only get one planet, so it's best not to kill our planet, and we only get one body. So, the world can still thrive without the meat industry. The meat industry is not considered a necessity. Biodiversity in our forests are more important than not being able to eat meat. And not only that, but there are many alternatives of food for both iron and protein, for example. You also do not have to eliminate meat completely, but do try to eat as little as possible. So yeah, I hope you learned a lot about the meat industry, and next time you eat meat, please consider. Thanks for watching.